What's up, guys? It's your girl Ari Nicole back at it again with another freaking video. I think that's gonna be my starter for the rest of my videos, but anyways, I'll be talking too much, so I'm gonna just get straight into it. Today we're gonna be talking about an unpopular opinion of mine. As y'all seen, last video was about 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this one short and sweet. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first and foremost, we all know what a housewife is, right? And it tends to get a lot of negative energy behind it. But alright, how it isn't bad to be a housewife, right? So what does a housewife do? She creates a sense of balance in the home. So in my opinion, I feel like it could be either way, the man or the woman, or you know, woman or woman, man or man. One is home, one is at work, right? So if you have two people going to work, y'all come home, there's stuff that still has to be done around the house. And instead of y'all both coming home being tired, there's one person designated to stuff to take care of the things that has to be done in the house. While one works, the other one makes sure the house is in good standing. It's important because if both people are working, y'all are gonna be tired by the time you come home, and you're not gonna wanna take care of the things that have to be taken care of inside the house. You're not really gonna wanna, I wouldn't say spend time with, you're not gonna wanna spend time with each other, but you're gonna be tired. You feel me? There has to be one person that's taking care of one thing and the other person taking care of the other. So it's balanced. The important responsibilities of a homemaker. This is just some of them. I don't know all of them because I haven't been one completely. But this is what I know for the most part and what I would do. He or she makes the house a home. You get a new house, right? It's all cute and whatever, but it's not furnished. And you can have furniture and whatever, but like, it's not gonna feel homey if it's not put together the right way. Make sure the house is clean. So while the other person's at work, like let's say there's kids in a picture, right? They're playing, making a mess, doing what little kids do. And instead of coming home to a mess, it can kind of sort of be clean or an organized mess, like you know, make sure the house is clean, the kitchen is clean, bathroom, bed is made by the time the other person gets home, the laundry is done. Like, let's say the other person goes to work and does something where they're getting dirty. They come home, take their clothes off, take a shower, and you're not gonna want to waste a whole bunch of water washing clothes every single night, right? Or you're not gonna want to come home after a long day of work and go wash clothes. No, there's food to eat, so cooking. And I feel like I have more of a positive outlook on this because this is stuff that I love doing. Like, I like doing laundry, I like cooking, I like cleaning. That's just how I am. Obviously, like, being a housewife or a homemaker is not for everybody, but I feel like I fit that role pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. So during the day, it could be like a little bit before, you know, your boo thing comes home. I'd say like give it like 2 hours. Start making a meal, making a dinner. Like, come home and not have to be hungry, or not have to worry about, you know, cooking while being tired. Like, again, it creates that balance, bro. Like, There's stuff getting done during the day that needs to get done. And I don't know, the end of the day is kind of like just relaxing for everybody and nobody's being overworked. The next thing, the rooms and living spaces are clean and ready to use. They make sure everything is in order for the next day. Make sure everything and everyone is happy, healthy, and being well taken care of. And honestly, people downplay being a homemaker so much, but there's so much that has to get done, like that a working person either doesn't have the time to do or is too tired to get done. It all falls down to having some sort of balance. And then on top of all kind of other different responsibilities and things that have to get done outside of, you know, being in a workhouse. Okay, so this is the last part. Oh, I made this video short and sweet for real. What influenced my decision on wanting to be a housewife? When I was little, I wanted to be a vet, but I watched a lot of Animal Planet, and I noticed myself getting a really strong emotional attachment to animals really quickly. Watching Animal Planet, I used to watch things like Dr. Pole and An Exotic Pet Vet, but watching those TV shows, I used to see them have to put down animals, and even at that young age, I knew like I could never bring myself to be able to put down an animal, especially if it's one that I've worked so hard to try to keep alive. Yeah, I know that's dead, I'm not gonna be a vet. And then I was like, maybe I want to kind of delve into psychology. That didn't come about until I'd say like my 10th grade year, and I took a dual enrollment class for psychology. I love it. I don't know, like I love it. I love the thought of it. I like learning how the mind works, figuring out why people are the way they are, like everything like that. I love it. Like my mom, I think she majored in psychology, and when I was younger, I used to read her psychology books. This was back in elementary school. I used to read her psychology books, and I just found everything so fascinating, and I was like, maybe I want to be a psychologist. But again, taking that dual enrollment class in 10th grade for psychology, it said something about being able to keep work at work and being the kind of person I am and how my heart is. I don't know how I would sleep at night knowing some of the things that I would have to know about people, because everybody's stories like is so different, and some people's are very heartbreaking, and just the kind of person I am, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing some of the things that people are going through. But then I was like, okay, maybe not being a psychologist, I'll be a therapist. But then that touches even more into it. Like, I can't take these people's problems home with me. You know, I don't know. I was just kind of going a bunch of different directions with therapy. I was like, maybe I could be a trauma therapist, because I've been through stuff, and there's things that I've been able to gain knowledge about in terms of coping and growing and, you know, overcoming. But not everybody can overcome the same way that I did. And those stories are still so heartbreaking. Like, there's people that's been through way worse stuff than I have. You feel me? But then I was like, okay, all that stuff seems super stressful. Let me look up what are some stress-free career options. So I looked through a couple. Some were like being some sort of tech engineer. I don't know, I don't remember. But what I decided was becoming an ultrasound tech. I was set on that for a while. I went to college and I took like the prerequisite classes for it, but then I was like, I had ended up having an appointment at an OBGYN, and bro, girls, if you know, you know, they have a regular ultrasound like that goes on your stomach, and then another one for down, you know, and I was like, this shit is so fucking uncomfortable, bro. Like, if I have to do that kind of ultrasound on somebody, like, I don't know, I would feel like so inhumane because, bro, going back to trauma, bro, if I were to have to do one of those kind of ultrasounds on someone who has gone through stuff, bro, and knowing how that person would feel, I can't do it. I cannot. So I decided, I was like, maybe that's not for me after all. So I stopped. I didn't finish all my prerequisite classes, but I switched my major. I think small business, entrepreneurship, something like that. Took the classes, aced them. I even got nominated for, it's something like a National Honor Society in college, but like it's different, like on a higher level. Because my GPA was so high, but then I was like, bro, taking these classes, I'm acing them because I know everything. Like, I know everything there. Well, not obviously, I don't know every single thing there is to know about entrepreneurship, but I know quite a bit to get me started and to be able to take myself far enough, you know. So that was that. I have my businesses and stuff, but there was just still something in me that could not settle with just being an entrepreneur. I have this thing in my heart, like I said, like I'm an emotional person. Like, I like to help people, yes, but I can't be a nurse for real, I don't think. But I do know how to take care of a household. I know how to hold down house and home, you know. I like cooking, I like baking, I like cleaning, I like taking care of kids. And another career that I thought about was being a NICU nurse. But again, like, not every baby is going to pull through. And my emotions, I just can't. So let me just roll back the clip. My beginning of life, I was watching A Baby Story, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, what else was on TLC? Stuff like I didn't know I was pregnant, and just, you know, a lot of stuff, like Say Yes to the Dress. So I've always had it in my heart, like, I want to be a mom. That was always in me, but I never really said it when people would be like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I never said I wanted to be a mom, because society teaches women these days that you need to be working. Like, you need to have your own stream of income for yourself. Like, you can't always depend on a man. And yes, that is true. But you know, everybody is different. Yes, I do still want my own stream of income and everything, but I have more of that desire to take care of a household in terms of cooking, cleaning, that aspect of things. Because lately I've been touching more on my feminine side, and all that stuff I just mentioned taps into my feminine side, and I love it. And I never really said, hey, I wanted to be a mom, because everyone was pushing, hey, you need to go to UCF, you need to be a doctor, or they would always say, oh, you always said you wanted to be a vet. People's mind changes, you know. And those shows that I watched, I feel like kind of influenced me and pushed me in this direction. But I also feel like you know, everybody has a purpose. God has a purpose for everybody, and I feel like he put it on my heart, put that desire on my heart for a reason. So I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. Hopefully y'all can see me on this journey. It is. But obviously right now, you have to make steps towards being what you want, and I'm in that process of taking those steps. So if one day I get big on YouTube and get paid, great. That'll be my source of income, along with my baking and selling brownies, my cosmetic line. Like, you feel me? I'll have my streams of income, but for right now, I just kind of gotta work my butt off. It's kind of getting a stable place. And yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all with me. We're gonna turn up in the end. Hopefully it's real soon. Y'all stay tuned. Ooh, I got bars. Stop playing with me. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one.